On behalf of the faculty and staff of South Aiken High School, I welcome you to the graduation of the South Aiken class of 2020. Graduation is the culmination of many years of hard work and dedication. This morning, we commend you on your accomplishments and celebrate you with this special milestone. Graduation is a dignified ceremony. In order to honor and preserve the dignity of this occasion, we ask that during the delivery of diplomas, you hold all applause until after all graduates have been recognized. Please remember that today the focus should be on the graduates. Once all names have been called, we will take the appropriate amount of time to recognize and applaud the graduates. Thank you.
Graduates and guests, please rise. Please join in the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Please be seated. Gentlemen, please return your caps.
At this time, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests that are with us. From the Aiken County School Board, Cameron Nessel. From the District Administration, Mrs. Jeannie Glover, Chief Officer of Instruction. Mrs. Jennifer Hart, Chief Officer of Human Resources and Administration. I would like to take a moment to thank our teachers, faculty, and staff who have endured the unprecedented challenge of going through a pandemic while continuing to offer students the support they need to learn. Thank you, South Aiken family, for putting our students first and helping them get through to this momentous occasion. I would also be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to recognize those students who have volunteered to serve this nation and protect our freedoms by enlisting in the United States military. So members of the class of 2020 who will be serving in the United States military following your graduation, please stand so we can thank you. We also have students whose parent may not be in attendance because they are currently deployed in service to our country and having to attend online. To you, I also want to say thank you. Finally, we would like to thank everyone for being here with us in celebrating this occasion.
I am Brianna Matthew, Student Body President. Good morning, parents, administrators, teachers, and staff. And for the first time in 9 weeks, and unfortunately, the last time, good morning, my fellow thoroughbreds. I would like to thank everyone to what we thought may not happen. Welcome everyone to what we thought may not happen. The South Aiken High School Class of 2020 Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of my classmates and I'd like to say thank you to everyone who made this day possible. We are so very grateful to celebrate the culmination of our achievements over the last 4 years. Throughout our 4 years here at South Aiken, we have been taught that we can do anything we set our minds to, something for which we will be forever grateful. Thank you, teachers, for never giving up and helping to the mold and to the leaders standing before you today. Thank you, student council, for serving as my compass throughout these last 4 years. Thank you, classmates, for allowing me to act as your student body president and reminding me to have fun along the way. From making signs together before football games to planning our outfits for Spirit Week. I truly cannot have asked for a better graduating class. And now, let us remember, no matter where we go from here, we began here, together, class of 2020, where all means all and every thoroughbred is a thoroughbred, every day, forever. And so, one last time, welcome everyone to the class of 2020 graduation ceremony.
If everyone would please turn their attention to the video board for a message from our superintendent, Mr. King Lawrence.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. There's a poem by Stephen King and Bridget Carpenter which reads in part, "We did not ask for this room or this music. We were invited in. But because we're here, let us dance." Your senior year did not take place in the room you had envisioned with all of its sparkle and excitement. The soundtrack was not the playlist you would have created. Still, you danced. You have been given a great gift. Your lives will be filled with countless victories, but you will also know disappointment. When that happens, if you approach your challenges with the same courage, dignity, and grace with which you have conquered this one, I have no doubt that the future is bright not only for all of you, but for those of us whose shoes you will one day fill. Again, congratulations, class of 2020. Wherever the room, whatever the music, dance.
Good morning, thoroughbreds. It's an honor for me to be here this morning to bring you greetings and congratulations from the school board. I'm happy that after these past 3 months that we're able to be together to celebrate 13 years of your hard work in person together. Now, seniors, if you don't mind, I have one request. Would you please stand and join me in thanking the school staff, your family and friends, who without their support, you would have not have reached this milestone. Thank you for that. And I appreciate, all the time that families put into to make you so successful. So, 29 years ago, I sat where you're sitting now, but over in the South Aiken gym. And I must be honest, I don't remember anything anyone said that day. I gave a speech that day, and I don't remember what I said. So knowing that, I'll try to make my remarks as brief as possible. You are winners. I'll say that again. You are winners, and you have a great amount of potential. We are proud of you. The only thing that someone like me has to offer is the small benefit of some experience. So I did want to give you a few thoughts as you go out into the world. One, show up. And I might add, show up on time. But that's just me. Tardiness is my pet peeve. What I mean is, at least half of life is just showing up. Be present, be involved, and get things done. I especially encourage you to show up on Election Day. As Jefferson once said, we don't have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate. Second, never stop learning. No matter where you're going from here, it doesn't stop. And a reminder that failure is one of the key ways that you learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I don't regret the things that I've done, only the things I didn't do, the chances I didn't take. And lastly, life is too short to live someone else's life. Love yourself and be confident in who you are. At the same time, life is too short for hate and division. Choose kindness, compassion, forgiveness. Show up, dare to succeed, and be kind. I think that's how you'll change the world, and the world definitely needs you. So, congratulations again on your great achievement. But remember, don't stop now. As Dr. Seuss wrote, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
Good morning, South Aiken family. This is Sam Fuller with... No, that's not it. I know many of your parents are glad you won't have to hear that again. South Aiken class of 2020. As I wrote this speech, thinking about you all, how this graduation was planned, and the overall circumstances of this school year, I can truly say I experienced 4 feelings: gratitude, joy, admiration, and pride. Gratitude in that we are able to celebrate your accomplishments, even though these are altered circumstances. Joy, because I get to see you all together one last time, when I was not even sure this was going to happen. Admiration, because you all have excelled under unprecedented circumstances, when you all could have easily abandoned the challenge. And pride, because I can proudly say, during a pandemic and circumstances that you did not ask for, you persevered, and I was blessed that I could be called your principal. With all of that being said, class of 2020, I want to challenge you today. I want to challenge you to view these circumstances, to view life going forward, to view society's expectations for you as an opportunity to succeed rather than a barrier. Distress is a noun defined as extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain, with similar words being agony, discomfort, trouble, and uneasiness. However, as a South Aiken family, it is our hope that we have prepared you for this time of distress and that you will take advantage of it so that you may come out on the other side of this crisis stronger than you entered. This thought process and the actions that you follow are not outside your realm of possibility. There are countless examples you can pull from throughout history of people taking advantage of a crisis to experience great personal and societal gain. Take, for example, the Great Depression. John Paul Getty became one of, if not the richest man in the world, by seizing upon opportunities in oil. Joseph Kennedy Sr. built a financial empire that eventually led to his son becoming the president. Williams Madison McDonald founded a bank in Fort Worth, Texas during the Great Depression, which was one of the few to survive and actually play a part in bailing out other banks. And lastly, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became president during the Great Depression and envisioned multiple opportunities that created jobs for all Americans and still provide a foundation for this country. Now, there may be some who tell you that it is not right or proper to seek opportunity in times of distress. But we refuse to see you all take the role of victims of circumstance. I have told you before that as thoroughbreds, you are to achieve and learn, and now is the time for you to lead. But to give you another example, rooted even deeper in history of someone taking a negative circumstance and using it for personal and familial gain, I will go to the Old Testament and point out Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers, but eventually became the second most powerful man in Egypt and saved countless Egyptian citizens, as well as citizens of other countries, from famine, while he ensured his family prospered. So in closing, be the young men and women we know you to be. Look for opportunity to improve, look for opportunity to grow, and come through this and every other circumstance you come across in life better than you entered it. And once again, I challenge you to, when you hear the word COVID, think of it this way instead: courageous, opportunists, valiant, in distress. COVID. Until next time, when I see you taking the world by storm, it is and always will be every thoroughbred, every day, all means all. At this time, we would like to recognize our CATE completers, seal of biliteracy students, and senior scholars. To be a CATE completer, students had to adhere to various standards and course requirements set by each career and technology education program. Students, please stand when your name is called. Architectural and mechanical design, Malik Deshaun Coates. Jesus Antonio Flores Barras. Adam Hunter Crow. Maverick Walker Werger. Automotive technology, Cameron Bryce Swearingen. Business finance, Jeffrey Scott Hall Jr. Nicholas Charles Mandel. Kelsey Lynn Waters. Cosmetology, Winter Alexis Phillips. Criminal justice, Caitlin Nicole Teeter. Culinary arts management, Caitlin Marie Benton. Janasia Ortasia Carter. Hector Manuel Garcia. Devin Thomas Grant. Haley Lynn Green. Kaylin Demetria Hammonds. Savannah Leslie Linder. Nathan Brian Oldenburg. Caitlin Cheyenne Roach. Alana Chandrell Stapleton. Diesel Technology, Bryson William Joseph Bonner. Michael Austin Mosley. Digital Art and Design, Daniela Lisette Villatoro. Electricity, Damari Mackay Patton. Emergency Fire Management Services, Nakia Kiera Simpkins. Fashion Design, Nyla Nicole Elise Berry. Cameron Elaine Martin. Andrea Lopez Martinez. General Management, Willie Alexander Oots. Logan Danielle Owen. Brianne Alicia Richards. Matthew Ford Wilhoit. Health Science, Alyssa Grace Cato. Cassidy Matthews. Jayla Shamaya Moore. Peyton Nicole Smith. Courtney Alyssa Tarvin. Horticulture, Daniel Lee Paget Huss. Human Resource Management, Denasia Nicole Saxon. Law Enforcement, Blaze Alexander King, Cameron Michael Meyer, Tori Diane Rathburn. Marketing Communications, Taylor Ann Butts, Reed William Chafin, Shelby Christina Coleman, Michaela Celeste Egbert, Natalie Lynn Gibson, Shelby Lynn Hannah, Julia Ann Harper, Alexis Marie Montoy Harrington, Brianna Nicole Matthew, Alicia Ann McIntosh, Willie Alexander Oots, Jenna Ryan Sharp, Emily Rose Spacek, Kaylee Brianna Whitson, Aaliyah Caroline Grace Woodard, Mechatronics Integrated Technologies, Joel Edward Brayboy, Blake Alexander Childers, Media Technology, Ryan Patrick Carr, Deanna Elizabeth Davies, Nail Technology, Kaylee Danielle Bright, Networking Systems, Trenton Drake Shabdu, Ashley Kendall Till, Welding Tyler Wayne Anderson, Christian Charles Benson, Braden Kale Briatico, Keegan Anderson Canella, Antavania Denise Chandler, David Samuel Colazzo, Samuel David Colazzo, Cal Alexander Martin, Aaron Michael Mazzell, Garrett Edward McCrae, Hunter Rodell Payton, Armand Darva Pixley, Lori Denise Rathburn, Dawson Adam Raymer, Cesar Sanchez Martinez, Nathan Wayne Say, Reagan Marie Sminky, Dylan Michael Turner. Thank you. The following students earned the Seal of Biliteracy. This award is given to recognize students who have studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages by high school graduation. Students, please stand when your name is called. Ethan Bryce Roble Cinco, Social Gabrielle Godoy, Andrea Lopez Martinez, Louise Angel Rodriguez Morales, Daniela Lisette Villatoro, Paul Zebart. Thank you. The following students have earned the status of Senior Scholar. To qualify as an Aiken Senior Scholar, students must be ranked in the top 10% of their class and have a minimum of 3.8 GPA, grade point average. Students also must have no grade lower than a B in all courses for 15 consecutive quarters of their high school career. Students, please stand when your name is called. Reed William Chafin, Shelby Christina Coleman, Jackson Thomas Kazi, Caleb Mansell Eichelberger, Scott Kickline Elmshauser, Bailey Noel Goldschmidt, Grace Lee Griffin, Colleen Elizabeth Harmon, Alexis Marie Montoy Harrington, Rustine Hushiar, Brianna Nicole Johnson, Kendall June Lay, Jason Thomas Lewis, Ryan William Mays, Logan Danielle Owen, Hannah Grace Rains, Holland Abigail Rasmussen, Ruth Salas Rodriguez, Annalise Taylor Schick, Ming Wan Tang. Thank you.
Each year, the faculty and staff of South Aiken High School vote to award one senior the honor of receiving the Thoroughbred Award at the end of our year senior celebration. Donated by the Johnson's Company, this award uses the criteria of a senior who has given the most service and dedication to the South Aiken school community over the past 4 years. While the end of this year was anything but traditional, some traditions must continue, which is why it is my pleasure to present this award this morning. The Class of 2020 Thoroughbred Award goes to Abby Hayward.
Each year, the graduating senior who has accumulated the second highest overall GPA is named the salutatorian. It is my honor this morning to present this year's Class of 2020 Salutatorian Award to Ms. Holland Abigail Rasmussen. That's why I kept asking your name. I want to make sure I get it right. Don't put it on together. Huh? There you go.
Welcome, fellow graduates, family, friends, and faculty. On behalf of the class of 2020, I'd like to extend appreciation for all of the teachers and faculty members who dedicated their time and efforts to helping us succeed. We may not always remember what you taught us, but we will always remember what you meant to us. Albert Einstein once said, "Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think." So thank you for teaching us to think for ourselves. To all the family and friends, you taught us lessons that a formal education never could. With your combined efforts, we now have the skills we need to succeed in life. Today, we celebrate the end of our high school career, and what a crazy 4 years it has been. We entered high school with big hopes for the future and some apprehension for what was to come. Throughout the years, we learned about everything from mitochondria to polynomials. Or maybe I should say, we shoved facts into our heads and forgot it all after completing the tests. Not only that, but we had fun. We attended football games, pep rallies, and some of us even got hypnotized. Through all of this, we had one date in mind, June 5th, 2020. Then it came to third quarter. It was almost spring break. The end was in sight. Until it wasn't. School was canceled due to coronavirus. Some of you, like me, might have assumed everything would go back to normal after a while, except it didn't. Prom was canceled and the chance of having graduation was slim. These events and many others that provided once-in-a-lifetime opportunities were suddenly canceled. We learned about history in high school, but now we are part of history. Despite everything that stood against us, we stand here today, ready to graduate. As we each embark on our future journeys, we will face many challenges. There are storms all around us, a worldwide pandemic, and turmoil within our communities. It might be raining now, but the storm won't last forever. Thomas S. Monson, a prophet, said, "We can't direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails." Through our years at South Aiken, we have learned how to do just that. We are master problem solvers, team builders, and leaders. We are ready to face the world. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Each year, the graduating senior who has accumulated the highest overall GPA is named the valedictorian. It is my honor this morning to present this year's Class of 2020 Valedictorian Award to Ms. Kendall June Lay.
administration, faculty, and staff, as well as extended families, friends, and remaining faculty who are all watching us graduate through live streaming, providing us the opportunity to gather one more time as a class. As the class of 2020, we acknowledge that not everyone we would like to be here is able to attend today. However, what we have learned over the last few months is that self-sacrifice is often the best way to serve others. As a collective class of 2020,
3.7 million strong, we entered the world during one of our nation's darkest chapters, the terrorist attack of 9/11, bringing what our parents called much-needed light. The only world we've known is a post-9/11 landscape, often laden with fear, distrust, and tight security. We only know how to travel with TSA guidelines, and there has been a war on terror our whole lives. Our parents loved us enough to bring us into the world despite the fear of future attacks and have made us feel safe and protected. We became the hope for brighter days. We became their light. The only world we have known is one in which school shootings and intruder drills that eventually became active shooter drills are common occurrences. We understand all too well about lockdowns. However, our administrators and our teachers showed up every day prepared not only to teach us our course curriculum, but also how to protect ourselves and where to seek refuge. Now, once again, we are in a world with yet another threat that we cannot even see. A threat that has robbed us of memories that we should have made and prevented us from experiencing many of the last that we had envisioned together. Yet here we are, still graduating with a reimagined ceremony from a school determined to acknowledge our accomplishments. And we have been given the opportunity to make new memories that no one other than the class of 2020 will have. Here we are on the same field some of us played on. The same field we stormed when we won rivalry games. And I cannot think of a better way to pay tribute to our time here. If we have ever doubted that we are born for greatness and that we are capable of overcoming whatever obstacles are placed before us, this should dispel all those doubts and leave us feeling empowered to take on a world that once again has forever been changed. When I look back at what we have accomplished together, I am amazed. From the class at Kennedy Middle, who had to be walked to the lunchroom in single file by our teachers because we just could not get it together, to the class that ushered in the AP Academy vision at South Aiken and excelled on the football and soccer fields, the volleyball and tennis courts, and yes, even the swimming pool. We have embraced Spirit Weeks and have cheered each other on with giant heads of Mr. Fuller. We have embodied the spirit of South Aiken High School. We have demonstrated pride in our school that does not come from newly constructed buildings or gyms. We understand It is who is inside the building and what we become that defines the institution. We are South Aiken. As Helen Keller once said, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. I believe our class stands as proof of this truth. So maybe we did not get the typical high school experience that we all dreamt of, or graduation like the previous classes received. But I, for one, would not change anything because we are anything but typical. This is our story, and we have indeed made our mark. Now, let's go forward and continue to be the much needed light in the world.
At this time, we will deliver diplomas. This year, we'll be calling the names of graduates who are not in attendance, as well as the graduates who are walking here this morning. Again, we ask that all applause be held until all names are announced so that all graduates can be heard by their family and friends. Thank you for your consideration in observing this special occasion. Ashley Nicole Aaron. Christian Earl Adams. Jaden Donald Adams. Paige Marie Alexander. Tyler Wayne Anderson. Anaya Marie Armstrong. Cambry Micaiah Barr. Dallas Ariana Bacon. Everly Grace Barron. Lauren Elizabeth Barton. Montel Jermaine Barton. Laura Isabel Bautista Lopez. Jessica Catherine Bendixson. Christian Charles Benson. Caitlin Marie Benton. Nyla Nicole Elise Berry. Cheyenne Marie Blackwelder. Bryson William Joseph Bonner. Joel Edward Brayboy. Braden Kale Briatico. Brian Christopher Briggs. Kaylee Danielle Bright. Alicia Marie Brigode. Quardarius Richard Brooks. Jalen Alexander Brown. Benjamin Robert Bruno. Joseph Edward Bruno. Olivia Sates Bryant. Nathaniel David Burgess. Ethan Logan Burkhart. Debian Lavelle Burnett. Ramel Lamont Butler. Tiana Beth Butler. Traveus LeVar Butler. Taylor Ann Butts. Keegan Anderson Canella. Isaiah Rashawn Carbajal. Madison Christine Carr. Ryan Patrick Carr. Antonio Morel Carter Jr. Janasia Ortasia Carter. Alicio Abasiye Seha. Reed William Chafin. Antavona Denise Chandler. Luis Fernando Chavez. Blake Alexander Childers. Logan Gabriel Chisholm. Malik Deshaun Coates. Hannah Elizabeth Cole. Shelby Christina Coleman. Anthony Savon Coles. David Samuel Colazzo. Samuel David Colazzo. Braden James Comar. Cameron Seth Cook. Wiles Ewing Cornwell. Jackson Thomas Kazi. Emily Kathleen Crenshaw. Deshaun Jemias Sir Cunningham. Michaela Brianna Kyler. Deanna Elizabeth Davies. Deasia Monique Davis. Kendall Mary Davis. Paige Elena Daly. Albert Jefferson Deeble. Taylor Monet Dobson. Matthew Khalil Drummings. Lindsay Julia Dugan. Colin Matthew Durante. Michaela Celeste Egbert. Caleb Mansell Eichelberger. Amiria Eel. Sean Carter Elliott. Scott Kickline Elmshauser. Caitlin Denham English. Ashton Carnell Irvin. Dorian Taylor Eubanks. Madison Taylor Eubanks. Caleb Matthew Evans. Ashley Marie Ewald. Brandon Jimmy Flanagan. Jesus Antonio Flores Barajas. Leslie Priscilla Flores. Marisol Flores. Reagan Carey Foreman. Chloe Elaine Foster. Jordan Adele Foster. Diavalon Elise Faust. Destiny Monet Faust. Kayla Simone Fox. Michael Wayne Frady Jr. Garrison Edward Frazier. Natalia Abigail Gallo. Francisco Daniel Galvez Cruz. Hector Manuel Garcia. John Michael Garverick. Tara Lee Lake Garvin. Kayla Marie Gathercole. Jean-Luc Gerner. Natalie Lynn Gibson. Trevon Jeremiah Gibson. Sochil Gabrielle Godoy. Bailey Noel Goldschmidt. Ryan Alexander Gomez. Devin Thomas Grant. Blaze Hunter Gray. Cameron Cody Gray. Tristan Aiden Gray. Haley Lynn Green. Tavares Markel Green. Grace Lee Griffin. Wyatt Michael Haley. Jeffrey Scott Hall Jr. Carneal Hammonds Jr. Caitlin Demetria Hammonds. Kaylin Demetria Hammonds. Shelby Lynn Hanna. Justin Michael Hanson. Marquise Gerard Harley. Colleen Elizabeth Harmon. Julia Ann Harper. Alexis Marie Montoya Harrington. Joseph Paul Tyler Hartman. Jason Reed Haven. Gabriel Michael Hayslip. Abigail Tabitha Hayward. Deshauna Makisha Denisha Hicks. Davis James Hirsch. Audrey Taylor Hollis. Jaden Akil Holston. Jayshawn Kekoa Horn. Lorna Isabella Horn. Rostine Hushiar. Abigail Marie Housley. Daniel Lee Paget Husk. Alina Louise Isbell. Michael Leon James Jr. Genesis Jarvis. Nikalyn Tamia Jenkins. Raina Jindal. Brianna Nicole Johnson. Dianca Nicole Johnson. Cameron Zaire Jones. Aaron George Carius. Alyssa Grace Cato. Pamela Serena Key. Samantha Lee Kennard. Blaze Alexander King. Alexis Elizabeth Neese. Samuel Parker Kniffer. Daniel Isaiah Knowles. David Adam Koss III. Isabel Marie Coe. Adam Hunter Kroll. Michael Avery Laminack. Cecilia Ann Langhorst. Mackenzie Page La Rochelle. Luna Rain Ledbetter. Cameron Michelle Lee. Kendall June Lee. Jason Thomas Lewis.
Savannah Leslie Linder. Rachel Ellen Lott. Sarah Elizabeth Lott. Ariana Lee Mabbitt. Zitlali Maria Marquisla Marquez. Alexander Thomas Magnus. Nicholas Charles Mandel. Cameron Elaine Martin. Chloe Jane Martin. Kyle Alexander Martin. Naquel Savion Jaquan Martin. Andrea Lopez Martinez. Brandon Mikel Mason. Charles Jacob Mastromonaco. Brianna Nicole Matthew. Chesler Daniel Mathis. Cassidy Matthews. Bernard Joshua Matthews. Ryan William Mays. Bryce Frederick Martinez. Aaron Michael Mazzell. Jack Christopher McCarthy. Alyssa Ann McIntosh. Dallas Joshua Lapierre McKeever. Cornelius Frederick Mackey Jr. Garrett Edward McRae. Abimael Diaz. Vladimir Mendez. Cameron Michael Meyer. Connor Seth Mahulides. Casey Marie Miller. Mahogany Simone Minus. Jayla Shemaya Moore. Tyler Robert Morrison. Michael Austin Mosley. Alexis Murillo Garibay. Christina Elizabeth Nelson. Javion O'Keefe Nichols. Owen Lance Osteen. Hallie Marie Odom. Joseph Anthony O'Donnell. Nathaniel Brian Glenn Oldenbach. James Thomas Olson. Willie Alexander Utz. Logan Danielle Owen. Faith Bethany Maleo Pomakai Pacheco. Noah Jacob Parks. Damari Mackay Patton. Justin Nathaniel Patterson. Natavian Damon Patterson. Hunter Riddell Payton. Matthew Stephen Peralta Estrada. Amani Deshay Petaway. Winter Alexis Phillips. Armand Dervay Pixley. Skylar Robert Polina. Daniel Alexander Pope. Karis Alana Porter. Cade Ryan Price. Darius Tyon Price. Jesse Charles Priswara. Anthony Quantrell Pulliam. Jonah Michael Quarles. Sabrina Lynn Quarles. Yadia Kiowa Salas. Hannah Grace Rains. Maricelis Ramos. Leah Ray Ramsey. Holland Abigail Rasmussen. Lori Denise Rathburn. Tori Diane Rathburn. Joshua Patrick Sidney Ray. Dawson Adam Raymer. Elizabeth Marie Red. Avery Blake Reeves. Brianne Alicia Richards. Bradley Aiden Richardson Jr. Lynette Alexandria Riddle. Joseph Edward Revelia. Nicholas Conan Revelia. Jasmine Chantel Roach. Caitlin Cheyenne Roach. Joshua Benjamin Roberts. Hakeem Jawan Robinson. Luis Angel Rodriguez Morales. Daniel Martinez Rodriguez. Alexandra Gabrielle Romero. Ruth Salas Rodriguez. Cesar Sanchez Martinez. Leslie Samantha Sanchez. Jennifer Sanchez Morales. Jesse Palmer Sanders. Lisbeth Adeleni Santoyo Rosales. Gabrielle Marie Sapo. Denasia Nicole Saxon. Caleb Matthew Scarborough. Samuel Mark Schroeder. Claudia Victoria Schultz. Nathan Wayne C. Keyshawn Charles Elijah Semper. Trenton Drake Shabdu. Jenna Ryan Sharp. Annalise Taylor Schick. Paul Zibert. Nathan Park Simmons. Nakia Kiera Simpkins. Ethan Bryce Roble Cinco. Aliyah Tanaya Zakiria Smalls. Reagan Marie Sminky. Blade Matthew Smith. Ian McCleve Smith III. Peyton Nicole Smith. Xavier O'Brien Smith. Emily Rose Spacek. Kristen Hope Sprinkle. Grant Michael Stanford. Alana Chandrell Stapleton. Samari Jawan Stevens. Ashley Laura Stone. Emily Rose Stone. Cameron Bryce Swearingen. Samuel Matthias Swigert. Ming Yuren Tang. Courtney Alyssa Tarvin. Caitlin Nicole Teeter. Tyler Zajan Thomas. Nathaniel Green Tiffany. Ashley Kendall Till. Terrence Jeremiah Troop. Chayu Tu. Dylan Michael Turner. James Henry Turner. Daniela Lisette Villatoro. Jordan Michael Villegas. Madeline Marie Walker. Nitasia Zyteria Marie Walker. Tajay Labrie Walker. Abigail Jane Walton. Kelsey Lynn Waters. Maverick Walker Werger. Nakaya Kiana Shalone Whetstone. Kaylee Brianna Whitson. Joel Michael Wilhoit. Matthew Ford Wilhoit. Dustin Lee Williamson. Hunter Bryson Williamson. Jeremy Dale Williamson. Alexandria Patricia LeRae Wilson. Aaliyah Caroline Grace Woodard. Lane Hudson Woody. Lauren Elizabeth Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you the graduating class of 2020.
Class of 2020, please rise. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left.
The faculty has certified that these candidates have met all graduation requirements. By the power vested in me, Sam Fuller, the principal of South Aiken High School, Mr. King Lawrence, superintendent of Aiken County Public Schools, the Aiken County Board of Education, and by the South Carolina Department of Education, I am entitled to confer upon these graduates the high school diploma with all rights and privileges. Guests, please stand and join the class of 2020 in the singing of the alma mater, which is printed on the back of the program. The South Aiken Senior Class President, Jack McCarthy, will lead us.
On the plains of faith and truth stand South Aiken High, where we've overcome our failings to attain our goals set high. Time may haze cherished memories we have held so long. Still we praise thee ever as we sing, Hail South Aiken High.
Please be seated. Congratulations once again to the South Aiken class of 2020. I would also like to thank all of our families and guests that are with us this morning. At this time, it is our tradition to recognize the retiring faculty at South Aiken. This year we have one retiree. Please come to the front, Miss Teresa Carter. To social distancing protocols, there will be no recessional this year. At this time, guests should exit to the parking lot and find your cars as I release you in sections. Seniors will stay in their seats to receive their diploma packet. They will be the last to exit. Please be reminded that all pictures should be taken at home. Thank you again for attending the graduation for the class of 2020. Thank you. That concludes our ceremony.